The Vanessa Network is tapping into the minds of successful people. I was always curious how they think, what successful person's day looked like. How do they manage their money? What are they reading? Where are they going? Who are they hanging around? I want to know. I've always wanted to know, because they are doing things differently than other people. How are you able to run a successful business and still have a meaningful life? That's the Vanessa Network.
I'm so excited to meet you. Frenchie's ready.
I know, Frenchie. Are you ready for this interview?
She's ready.
For everyone watching the Vanessa Network, definitely thank you guys for tuning in. I'm excited because this is my first interview with the lovely Stephanie Fleites.
Stephanie Fleites, but yes,
Stephanie
they call me
Fleites.
Flay.
With Shopfamosa. And this is, the purpose of these interviews are to really share with other like-minded businessmen and women and inspire you guys. And hopefully there's some things that you can take away from Stephanie's story and the lessons and the wins, and in hopes of you conquering your dreams and launching your business ideas. So I'm excited, and we're going to get right on into it. I've known Stephanie for a very short period of time. I'm out here doing the show Wags Miami on E, and I was out of clothes. And my now manager noticed that my fashion sense was wah wah, and called her great friend Stephanie up, and we decided to collaborate and wear some of the Shopfamosa pieces on the show and make me fabulous, right?
Making you feel and look fabulous.
Yes, exactly. What was a collaboration turned into now a friendship. And me having gotten to know Stephanie, one thing that I can definitely say about you is, from our photo shoots together, that you're a very relentless and driven woman, and I admire that so much about you. So let's get on into it. Tell the world your story. How did Stephanie Fleites Shopfamosa come about?
So basically, while I was in college, I started working at a boutique. Number one thing, you always have to work retail. If this is the type of business you definitely want to go into. That's really where I found my passion.
What were you doing at the boutique?
So basically, I was doing everything from buying to styling to working full time and going to college. My boss at the time, she had moved to New York, so she basically left me with her baby, which is her store, and I ran the in and the out of that business.
Let's pick back up on how you noticed that fashion really helps a woman's self-confidence.
So it does definitely help somebody with their self-confidence. It's all about feeling great, looking great, going out, getting compliments, and making sure that you're out there and you feel yourself. I'm also a part-time therapist, because women come in here and not only am I dressing them, but they're giving me all their problems, and they just want to vent and drink wine and champagne, and that's also something that I incorporated into my business. Always to have wine and champagne, or if it's tea or coffee or anything that women could come in and just feel like they're settling down in a happy place, and they enjoy coming here. They enjoy the atmosphere and everything going on in the store, and that's really what I've built nowadays.
I love that. We were talking earlier about the fear that you had before you even opened the store. Tell us about that, because I think for the viewers at home, that's the biggest thing for people. It's the fear, the lack of
fear of
money,
failure, and lack of money, and whether am I going to succeed, whether or not, what happens on slow days, what happens on good days,
Yeah, go back to that place.
So basically, when I was working at the boutique, I was doing everything. I was running the in and out of the business, and all my my boyfriend and my family, my sister, everyone at the time was you need to do this on your own. Like, look how you're doing everything. Like, you could do it on your own. Like, stop working for someone. Like, be your own boss. And I was just scared. Like, I panicked. I was like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, I was torn. I'm like, yes, I can do this. But at the same time, I was like, what if I don't succeed? Like,
Right.
what if I just lose all my money, all my investment, and then what do I do?
Right.
So I kind of took the smart way out of it and finished college. I was attending St. Thomas University at the time, studying communication arts. I have a minor in business as well. So what I did was I incorporated a lot of marketing classes into my degree instead of taking like production classes, so that I could have that niche to, like, once I start the business, you know, I know what to do as far as marketing myself.
Right.
But that was my number one thing. I needed to finish college. Because I was really afraid, and that's something that everyone needs to realize, that just because we're opening a business and we're successful doesn't mean that we weren't there questioning ourselves.
Right.
Like, I questioned myself whether I was going to do good or not
In the beginning.
So I was like, what do I do?
Right.
And even when it came down to open an actual location, I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to make rent. What if I don't make rent? I'm a new business. Like, there's so much competition out there. What's going to make me different than everybody else?
Right.
So I opened a small warehouse in the middle of Opalaka. And it wasn't the best neighborhood or anything, but I was in a gated community. Rent was super cheap, and I was like, I could afford this. This is within my budget, and I wanted to see how it would play.
So for other women who are wanting to open up a boutique, just like other businesses, there's licenses and stuff that I'm sure that you need. How did you know what to get for your store?
Girl, even though I had all the retail experience and I worked at a store and I managed and I did the buying and everything, there's so much more going into a business that you didn't, like, you know what I mean? I didn't know. Like, you know, you have to open a corporation and all that. But the first thing I did was buy a book. I went on Amazon and I bought Design and Launch a Boutique in 1 week by Melissa Capinelli. And that was my guide to opening a store.
How long did it take you to get the store up and running?
So basically,
Once you made the decision, I'm going to do it.
once I made a decision I was going to do it, I opened a small warehouse space, like I said, and it probably took me getting the warehouse ready and all the clothes and stuff like that, it might have taken me like 2 months to like actually get it started. And then from there it was just hitting social media, putting, you know, my name out there, word of mouth. Like, there was times where like I was in an appointment only location and people would just show up and knock on the door and I'm like, who's outside? Like, you know, because you couldn't even get into to my location. It was a gated community. So it was really cool just seeing everyone come together and like literally come to a bad neighborhood just because they heard, hey, you know, you have to go visit this girl. She's here and she has the best stuff. And it was all word of mouth.
Yeah. I love that you really take pride in making sure that your clients have a really great experience, quality clothing, and then you're also building a rapport with them, and that you're listening to them and hearing what they're going through and helping them come through it at the same time while looking fabulous.
Yes, I'm also a part-time therapist, in other words.
And I love that, and that's different from most boutiques, because I've been in, you know, stores and it's like super cold shoulder and get what you want,
I've gone to
get
stores and then the girl's like sitting there and she's not doing anything, but that's why I stress, even with my team, you know, it's so important, like the customers first. Like, it's not about them buying something here. It's, you could come in just to say hi, just to hang out, just to see Frenchie, you know?
Yeah.
That's what people come in here for. And that's really what I pride myself in, you know? Like, I have my neighborhood moms that, like, they'll drop off their daughters and they'll just pass by and they're like, oh, hey, Stephanie, how are you? How's your week going? You know? And that's what really, like, drives me to come to work every day, to be better than, you know, what's out there and stuff.
What does a productive day look like for Stephanie?
Well, every day is different. That's one thing. And I can't say that I work a 9 to 5. I can't say I work 12-hour day, because it's like I'm never not working. Fashion is a never-ending cycle. You know, you have to have what the latest, what's out there, because if you don't have it, then the store in the corner is going to have it. And you need to be prepared for that. Whether you have the funds for it or not, you have to be on top of the trend.
Right. So what about some of your wins? What would you say some of
Some of my wins.
I mean, this itself, right?
Well,
you have
like I said,
line. You have a men's line, a baby's line.
So I basically, my other store is called Empire, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. I'm building my empire. When I moved to this neighborhood here, it's such like a mother-daughter type of feel. Young families moving in, and they do events. And Miami Springs is such a cute community that I remember one night they were having a movie night like in the circle, and we went. They had food trucks, and everybody was there with their dogs and kids, and I was just like, you know what? We need to cater to the men and the children in the neighborhood too. Because, I mean, we have the women. I've pretty much taken over the neighborhood. I have everyone coming from all around Miami. So why not open for kids and men? You know, it could be the one-stop shop for the whole family.
So tell me more, like, with Empire.
So basically, like I've told you before, Steve is my business partner. Steve is my boyfriend. We've been together for 9 years, and he's the one that runs Empire.
I love that.
So he is pretty much my biggest support system, my backbone, and there's no one that I trust more than him running a shop, you know?
Yeah.
And he's a great people person. When you met him, he's super outgoing, and everyone loves him, honestly. They really do.
Did you guys open both stores up together?
No, I had Famosa for 6 years now. I opened Famosa straight out of college. And then he was working for the county, and he was inspired. He was inspired of everything that I was doing, and it was difficult at first for him to adjust to my schedule because the schedule is crazy, you know? Like even when we do collabs, like it's 10-hour days, and it's tough being away for 10 hours. Like even though we share a wall here, you know, it's not that it's all happiness and fairy tales, you know, we do fight and we disagree, and sometimes we don't agree on the styles or the merchandise and stuff like that, but it's all about trust and trusting one another and seeing the vision and what's out there, and he is my biggest support system. I really couldn't ask for more.
I love that. And so for the viewers at home to understand, when we say share a wall, Stephanie and Steven literally share a wall when they come to their businesses, because Shopfamosa is in one store, and then you walk 3 steps and there's
3 stores down, Empire is there.
I love it. I love it. So now, you know, I want the viewers to take a look around at the boutique, let them get a feel of the experience that I have gotten and your clients, and some of that good champagne, and you know, and we'll just keep chatting. I love this. It's a little mimosa bar. So also what I want to share is collaboration, because that's something that I'm really big on, as well as interdependence, which means, hey, you know, you depend on me for something, I depend on you for something. And I feel like that's how life should be, or at least that's what the essence of it.
Well, especially in this business, it's really all about who you know. You know, you need to build these relationships with these vendors, and with, for example, the relationship that we have built, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, with that, together we did a jet photo shoot. We also did a magazine cover.
On every show, anything that you wear, people are like, where are you getting it from? They'll look you up on social media, and then they're like, oh, you know what? She's getting it from here. And it brought a lot of clientele into the website, into the store, so it's gone really well. You know, collaborating does have its pros and its cons.
And let's talk about some of the cons, because, you know, we've had great success, but there are times where somebody may want to collaborate with you and it may not go according to plan.
I'll give you guys a perfect example. I collaborated with someone online once, like a social over Instagram. She was a fashion blogger. Her Instagram was beautiful. I was like, wow, this is such a great experience. I sent her the clothes, made her sign an agreement. Within 2 weeks, she disappeared. Like, she deleted her Instagram, she deleted her social media, she deleted her blog, she changed her number, and there was literally no way of me contacting her, and it was a loss. I had to take it, you know?
How many pieces did you send?
I sent her 2 pieces. So it wasn't that money, but guess what?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's your money. That's your inventory.
Basically, everyone, the moment they hear QuickBooks, they're like, oh my God, QuickBooks, it's so hard. It has been the #1 resourceful tool in my business. It literally
QuickBooks,
point of sale. And you could track your inventory, you could track your clients, you could track what's coming in, what's going out. It just keeps everything organized. And organization in this type of business is the key. You need to be organized, you need to be on top of your things, you need to file, you need to bookshelf all different lines and catalogs. So it's organization is everything.
You know what I love too, guys? Look at this right here. Busy building my empire. Oh my God.
So these are actually agendas that we sell here at the store.
Collaboration.
This is a collab with a friend of mine, Lauren. I went to high school with her. I'm always willing to work with people, especially if I know them. Everyone has a passion, and I think that you should go for it. Whether you're gonna fail or not, you can't just think, okay, what if? You know, you just gotta go for it. And if you fail, guess what? You could pick yourself back up and you could start something new.
And keep going. You know what too? I was listening to Oprah and Tony Robbins this morning, and they were talking about, he said, okay, so you're going after the passion, going after something you love. You fail. He said, what next? Keep going.
Keep going.
He said, okay, you kept going, you failed. What next?
If you don't believe in yourself, who's gonna believe in you?
Keep going. You know, and you have to understand that the passion fuels you.
It does.
It's different. It's different than just waking up and then working for somebody else. I mean, unless that's what you love, if that's your passion, that's excellent.
And let me tell you, being your own boss has its pros and its cons too, you know?
Yeah.
You kind of forget that you're your own boss, so you think that you could do whatever you want, but you can't. You need to stay in line. You need to make sure.
Self-discipline.
It's definitely self-discipline, you know, because I mean, I would have the whole store in my house if I could, you know, but you have to know what works, what doesn't work, and you have to maintain that balance, you know, from your personal life, your work life, and kind of like, even though I take work home with me, you know, me and my boyfriend have that balance where we could do that, you know, but not everyone is going to have that support system at home, so you need to learn how to kind of like put it all together.
Yeah, I love that. So now I want to head over to
Empire.
And let's go meet Steven. Let's go take a look at the store.
Frenchie, come on, let's go to Empire.
But I love it. And so that's what I want you to share with everyone. Like, how do you guys balance living at home together plus pretty much kind of working together, because you share a wall essentially?
It's really just about the support. Honestly, we support one another in what we both do. Even with the long hours, you know, we do want to kill each other sometimes because we see each other at all hours of the day. You know, we do need our breaks here and there, but it's really just a support system that we have and what we've built throughout the years. And it's just really worked for us.
Yeah.
So lastly, for the viewers at home, is there anything that, you know, you would share with them to help them accomplish their dreams?
The number one thing, honestly, is believing in yourself, in your passion, having the drive to do it, waking up every day and telling yourself that you are your number one support system. No one out there is going to support you the way that you're going to support yourself, and that's going to drive you to believe in yourself and believe that what you're doing is what you want to do for the future. It's not going to be easy. You cannot get discouraged, but believing in yourself is the number one thing.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.